Okay guys, so I know I haven't filmed this yet, but you see the sign here, French Creek Archaeological Society. This is a group I'm part of. Basically, we meet up and show each other's finds, you know, Native American finds, or basically anything that we find, even if it's not extremely historical. You know, just pottery, anything like that. I haven't found much myself, and that's why I joined. But down here, about half a mile into these woods, we have a dig site that I've been at, and I found some chunks of pottery and chunks of when they'd flint knap, and they'd make, you know, a blade or a point or an arrowhead, anything like that. It's the chips that they made off of that piece to make it sharp. So that's what I found so far. I also found, we believe it's a game piece. I'll see if I can pop it up on screen, if I can find it. But he actually took it to look at it under the microscope and everything. So it's just a perfectly round rock that has been polished. And from what I've seen online, it's like a game piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut my truck down real quick, and then I'm gonna take the bicycle down into the woods. So I've been here twice now. I haven't been here in a few days actually. But there's been quite a group of people down here working on it. I think so far I have found the best thing, which is what we believe to be a game piece. Sadly, I don't get to keep it though, which sucks, but it is really cool. I know it's hard to tell always on a camera like this, the depth of things, but there's a lot of little muddy spots here that are deep that could throw me off the bike. So that's why I'm not going very fast through here. But I think at one point there were 6 or 7 people down here. I don't know how many are down here today. There's one car up there. I think there's 2. But as you can see, it's a good spot. We're on, it's called Casawago Creek, and you can see there's cornfields through here and these high fields, but down here low in the woods, there's a bump, which I think is called a knoll, and that is where it was higher than the area. So if the creek flooded, the Native Americans, or indigenous, a lot of people like saying indigenous, they wouldn't get flooded out, you know. So there's a lot to finding the correct area, but they have found a lot of arrowheads and points just going through here. See, this is all mud. So, all right, he's down here too. So I'll see you guys down there. It's quite a little walk once I park the bike, but yeah. So, oh, all right, it's not too bad here. But yeah, I got my trusty shovel, my Garrett shovel that comes with my metal detector, and right down here's the trail. I know it's a little windy, I apologize. So there's another dig site sign. But actually, I got a couple inches down. You'll see what we did down here. There's squares. So I just gotta walk this trail, and I'll see you guys down there. Problem I'm already seeing here is there's a lot of leaves on the ground. 3 days ago, there were like no leaves. So I wonder if they've been keeping the ground clean. The leaves. All right, see you guys down here. See this mound right here? So here's low, right? This is all low. Right here is a perfectly done mound. It's not like they built this here. They obviously didn't put all this dirt here, but it's just a natural spot that they could have camped on. So I don't know if you guys can really pick it up in this camera, but it is there. It's a mound. Okay guys, so I'll try to put pictures up, but you could see it's decently deep now, but there's a lot of leaves now. So there were 4 squares. Those are covered now because not as many people have been here, so they're just keeping those covered. But this is the square I've been working in. They got it down another good 2 inches since I've been here, but I found the game piece right around here. And there's chips all through here. I got a bag of them I can show. Over there's the sifted dirt from when you bucket it out of here. Here's the pile that I was at. You can't even sift there now, it's too tall. But basically just dig this dirt out, put it in the bucket, sift it. But they were saying there hasn't been chips for a bit, for so many inches down, or centimeters down. That's how they're doing it. So they're thinking now that you start hitting this yellow layer, there could have been more inhabitants in this area at that time. Because I mean, this is so many hundreds of years down, even though it's not that deep. That's hundreds of years away. So the top, like 2 inches down, is where all the chips were. But then there's been nothing. So over time, you got to realize that was an era of people here. The last era it would have been, because that's the top layer of chips we found. And then as we're getting further down, it's further in time. There hasn't been many chips, but we're hoping to hit a layer that there would have been more inhabitants and you find a lot more chips. So if that makes any sense. But I don't know exactly how big these squares are, but you see they're all marked off. But what I'm going to do on this side now is he's going to mark it off for me. We're going to cut my square in half, and then I'm going to dig down a rectangle of that to get to that next orange layer. As you can see there, it's orange. But see, we're in the middle of the woods. You wouldn't think anything, but leaves are starting to come down.
Birthday, so we're heading to go pick them up and take them to get pedicures today.
Oh, how sweet. How old are they? Oh my gosh,
Yeah. Well, we need one. So we're on our way to go do laundry. I was like, let's just walk down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come up again. Because I'd like to show the girls, because this is this would be really good.
Okay guys, so I'm just loosening in the square here. He helped me out and put me in a square inside of the big square, so it's not as big now. But I'm just going around with the shovel and putting it in the ground and then prying. I'm just loosening all this. So we're just trying to drop this layer down to right around where that orange starts over there. So yep, soon here I'll go ahead and bucket this into here, and then we'll sift it out, see what there is. So we're mainly just trying to get to that level though, so just getting it loosened. Oh, he does? Been wanting to go up to that museum up there, or at Fort LaBeouf.
Yeah,
Okay guys, so we're gonna sift this out. This is only half the bucket. I'm just taking 1 square foot at a time over there, so I know the exact spot it's at, or roughly where these pieces are. But not expecting much out of this layer, but we got to check it. So any of these roots or leaves or any of these dirt balls, they need squeeze so they break up. But I'm just gonna see, this sifter's not for this one, but I need the bigger sifter next time. Just go through and break up these dirt balls. Just looking for flakes, or there's been a lot of charcoal in the top layer from some kind of fire. They're thinking it was like a little forest fire or a controlled burn. It's hard to really ever tell. Just got to check everything though to make sure. So now it's light, I can just pick it up. Man, there's a lot of leaves now. So there's a little... That's a natural piece. That's not done by a human. A lot of just normal rocks. Gotta make sure though. Maybe you guys see something I don't. I know the camera's gonna be a little shaky. It is mounted to my forehead. Okay, that's a flake right there, guys. I know the camera's not the best, but that's a piece that someone would have, an indigenous person would have hit that off of a piece to sharpen it. So that is a flake though. So at least there's something in here. I'm happy with the flakes. It's cool seeing them. But one flake there, so that's about it for that one. Go grab the rest of the dirt. Okay guys, here's some of this charcoal I was talking about. There's a piece that I broke open, but it's just charcoal from obviously a fire, but there's tons of it through here. There was no flakes or anything through here, so just dump this out to the side and get some more dirt. Okay guys, this is that chert. It's like a look-alike. It might look like it's something cool, but it's just rocks basically. See, there's no sharp edges, it's dull. Nothing to it. Okay guys, so just hit a big rock here. It's kind of stuck up on its side like that. I was doing my push down and then turn on the shovel and I felt that. It's pretty big, so. But past the rock it gets gray. It's hard to see it. In this camera it's not the best with color. You can kind of see where the red is and then it turns gray. So thinking down in here possibly could be fire pit, so I gotta take it easy and slowly dig around this. I gotta dust, but the gray cuts off right here. It stops, so we shall see. Okay guys, so off camera I found one other chip like 30 minutes ago, but over there's the fire pit. We're thinking it's probably just natural because the rocks have like there's no marks on them, no red, no nothing. They're just normal. So, but we're gonna run this bucket in the sifter. There's been just more flakes and things like that, but I'll show you guys the other chip I found after I sort this real quick. Every time the camera does that, it's me picking my head up. But see if there's anything in here. Haven't found a chip in a while. It's starting to get cold too. And Nothing. Nothing in that one, but real quick, if I can somehow get a hold of it. That chip I found is in here. So that's the chip right there. See how it's real thin? This is the one I'm taking just in case, but I don't think it is. But I'll head over to the fire pit, or I don't think it's a fire pit. I'm gonna keep calling it a fire pit. Right there. So you can see the two rocks that I brushed off down in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoop the rest of this dirt up and lower that down, and I'll see you then. Well, that's it for this video. Pedaling a normal bike that is not built very well up a hill, yeah, but gets you up the hill faster, so I guess that's good. I would drive my truck down there, but this thing would get stuck so easy. It got stuck at the front of this, so I'm gonna head out and get some air on me because I'm very hot. And yeah, before I end it, I'm just gonna go ahead and show the flakes that I found so far. I'll just kind of do a little video over them. I'll have that up on here now as I'm doing this, so you guys can see that. Hopefully I get it to work out, but you know, there's little flakes that would have been taken off to sharpen something or get it to a point. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. So far they're saying, I talked to him down there, that the round stone I found isn't like a game piece and it's just a natural rock. I mean, it very well could be, but it's an alien must have dropped it because it is perfect. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and head out, and I will see you guys in the next video.